WVUT, Vincennes.
WVUT Channel 22 presents Election 80 with the fastest and most accurate election returns in the Wabash Valley, utilizing the services of Vincennes University's Honeywell computer. Now your host for Election 80, Carol Kleistuber.
Good evening. Welcome to Election 80.
This is CBS. KI 42, your eye on Austin. And you're watching KI Witness News at 10 with Neil Speltz, Christy Fletcher, meteorologist Cliff Morrison, and Andy Lascano Sports.
Today alone, 12 people will die waiting for organ transplants.
Just the liver wasn't working correctly.
Adam wants to live. There may be a way to increase his odds, too.
Anything that increases donation is a good thing.
But what if that anything is money? The debate over dollars for donors. Tomorrow at 10 on KI 42.
This is CBS. KI 42, your eye on Austin. And you're watching KI Witness News at 6 with Neil Speltz, Christy Fletcher, meteorologist Cliff Morrison, and Andy Lascano Sports.
Next on KV 24 News.
It's a battle you'll lose if you come wheel to wheel with a big rig, but it's a battle more Central Texans are facing on our roads.
The governor talks about his close call.
And got skinned up pretty good, but other than that, I feel great.
And find out about a unique program that helps renters realize the American dream.
KV 24, where news comes first.
A growing danger on our roads tops tonight's news. Good evening. I'm
Texas.
From KTVC Austin, this is Fox 7 News at 10.
It's the first real cold night of the season, and Central Texans are
You're watching KXAM TV 36 Austin. First, best, live. This is News 36 at 6.
Voters said no to a tax hike, but now what will Austin Community College do?
That story in a moment, but first some breaking news tonight. Austin Fire Department is battling a 2-alarm fire just west of Zilker Park.
You're looking at a live picture from our tower cam. You can see the smoke there in the center of your screen.
Newscast is on the way.
You're watching KXAM News 36 at 6 with Robert Hadlock, Stacy Scheibel, First Warning Weather with Jim Spencer, and Roger Wallace Sports.
Fall planting is underway for the Hill Country's newest pick-your-own fruit crop. We'll tell
4.5 seconds. Check out the latest hot rod that's guaranteed to get your motor running. Good evening, I'm Ron Corning.
And I'm Carrie Kazarva. Q13 Reports at 10 starts now.
This is Q13 Reports at 10.
It's a real violation of privacy and trust.
Sadness and disbelief tonight at Garfield High. Students are stunned after learning their principal is fired, accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Tonight, Garfield High School is looking for a new principal.
Al Jones lost his... We're back now with a story of a new beginning that comes to a painful end in California tonight.
Number 1 in Western Washington, with coverage you can count on. Broadcasting in HD TV from Digital Studio A. King 5 News at 11.
A routine flight leaves SeaTac Airport and then runs into trouble. Gear problems force a cargo plane to make a risky emergency landing. It's our top story tonight. Tense moments at SeaTac as a plane is forced to make that emergency landing.
King 5's Chris Engel.
You're watching King 5 News at 11 with Margaret Larson, Dennis Bounds, Jeff Renner's First Alert Weather, and Paul Sylvie's Sports. Number 1 at 11 with coverage you can count on. King 5 News at 11.
Imagine being so shy you can't go out, you can't make friends, you even have trouble working.
Yeah, millions of Americans.
The new look
Drive to
Sonics.
the glass, what a move! Gary
Tuesday at 7:30, it's opening night as Gary Payton and Vin Baker take the Sonics up against the LA Clippers. Join the Sonics Jam Session on Kong TV 6/16.
Don't forget to fall back, and thank you for joining us.
And King 5 Weekend Morning News begins tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a good one.
The only first to broadcast in digital high-definition television. Como 4 News, first for local news.
Threats of violence close at Eastside High School today. Up next, a live report as police track the source of the internet message.
Center at 2. The first station in the world to broadcast daily local news in digital high-definition television. Como 4 News continues.
And it is a beautiful day around western Washington with the sun.
Thanks for watching Como 4 News. For more local news, Como 4 News, first for local news. Fisher Broadcasting. First to broadcast in digital high-definition television. Como 4 News, first for local news.
Good evening. A 15-year-old Snohomish County boy has been arrested.
Thanks for watching Como 4 News. For more local news, Como 4 News, first for local news. Fisher Broadcasting.
And see the fashion statement kids at one high school plan to wear to send a strong message.
With complete Northwest news coverage. This is Cairo 7 Eyewitness News at 6:30.
It's just really hard losing all that, you know.
This is Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 5 with Tammy Elliott and Chris Schuler. Your news starts now.
2 Appleton students are under arrest for breaking into their middle school overnight.
And Packer fans are breaking out the green and gold again as the season's first mini camp kicks off. Hi, everyone. The Green Bay Packers got down to business today, football business.
That's right. For the first time, it's draft picks, free agents.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Mahoney's Weather Center 5 forecast. Next on Eyewitness News.
I tell you what.
Next at 6, is the city of Milwaukee trading better people for better sidewalks? This group at City Hall says yes.
Show up for class and collect your cash. A new approach may keep kids from skipping out.
And Packer fans find themselves in unfamiliar territory. The CBS 58 News at 6 is next.
The CBS 58 News, named the best Milwaukee newscast by the Associated Press. You're watching the CBS 58 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paul Piaskowski.
And I'm Chantel Jensen.
You're watching Fox 4 News, the news station, with Julia Summers and Glenn Moray.
Investigators hope to get some answers soon after.
Broadcasting live for Dallas and Fort Worth. This is the news station, Fox 4 News at 9.
When she was located in the trunk of the vehicle, she'd been severely beaten and stabbed.
It was a night of torture for a North Texas woman. Good evening, everybody. Police say 46-year-old Yvonne Camisa was kidnapped from her Allen home and brutalized.
You're watching Fox 4 News, the news station, with Steve Eager, Ashley Banfield, Tim Heller, and Mike Ducey.
1 month ago, 3 firefighters paid for their bravery with their lives while battling that church fire.
Broadcasting live for Dallas and Fort Worth. This is the news station, Fox 4 News at 10.
I think it sets a frightening precedent for cross.
On Fox. You're watching Fox 4 News, the news station, with Clarice Tinsley, Steve Eager, Tim Heller, and Mike Ducey.
Giving from us to you. You're watching KPRC TV Houston, live from the KPRC News Center. This is News 2 Houston, where local news comes first. Daybreak First at 5 starts now. You're watching Pauline Chu, Matt Jablow, meteorologist Chuck George's AccuWeather, Don Armstrong's traffic, and Brennan Lothery with sports on News 2 Houston Daybreak First at 5, where local news comes first.
The time right now is 5:09 and 53.
You're watching Houston's leader for live local coverage, 11 News This Morning.
Today in our Focus on Health, government scientists...
You're watching ABC 13, Houston's news leader. Live with Tom Cook, Cheryl Keck, Doug Brown, and Don Nelson. This is 13 Eyewitness News, Houston's news leader.
Next.
This is Fox 26 News, 7 a.m.
It's one of the busiest travel days of the year. We have a live report from Bush Intercontinental Airport.
You're watching Fox 26 Morning News, 6 to 8 a.m. with Linda Cheek Heinrich, Jose Grignon, Andrea Watkins. Weather with meteorologist Matt Levine. And traffic reports every 10 minutes from the ground and in the air.
Now, 11 News at noon.
Could a deadly bonfire collapse have been prevented almost one week after the tragedy?
You're watching Houston's #1 midday news, 11 News at noon.
Welcome back to 11 News at noon. If you don't live in what's considered a traditional household...
Esto es Noticias 26, Univisión a las 10, con Héctor Urrutia, Norma García. Deportes con Luis Zuniga y el clima con Aldo Acosta.
Después de la masacre.
It's 6 o'clock. Good Morning Utah with Doug Jardine and Amy Troy continues.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Amy Troy.
I'm Doug.
You're watching the #1 Eyewitness News with Lisa Conley and Scott Light. KSL 5, the news specialist.
Good morning. Another home in the Salt Lake Valley has been hit.
An estimated 1,000 U.S. veterans die each and every day, creating a major problem: overcrowded cemeteries. We'll tell you what's being done in Texas to resolve the issue. Plus, Texas pays homage to prisoners of war with a new memorial. And the 76th legislative session draws closer to an end. Good evening and welcome to the News of Texas. I'm Rosinda Rios. Paul Alexander has the evening off. Across Texas.
Hi, everybody. We're glad you're joining us at 5:30. A popular ferry that carries...
Good evening. A very disturbing story out of Akron tonight where a mother is...
You're watching Cleveland's own Fox 8 News at 6 with Tim Taylor, Wilma Smith, Dick Goddard's weather, and Tony Rizzo with sports. The new Fox. You're watching Fox. Fox 8 News. Mark.
You're watching San Diego's #1 source for news. Right here, right now. This is News 8 at 4.
Under the cruel or unusual.
Live from San Diego's #1 source for news, Sandra Moss, Judy Sue, Consumer Bob, and Matt Balo with the weather. Right here, right now. You're watching News 8 at 4.
North County Times.
You're watching First News at 4, awarded the Emmy for Outstanding Newscast. Now, Bree Walker and Beth Tornator. NBC 7.
39.
News at 5. Coverage you can count on.
A former daycare provider convicted.
Now, live from Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13 at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alan Frio.
And I'm Tawny Little. The search is on tonight for the suspects in a deadly home invasion robbery. Police say they...
You're watching UPN News 13 with Alan Frio, Tawny Little, Danny Romero with weather, and Newey Scruggs sports.
Well, the debate over the safety of the anthrax vaccine rages on. Still, the Pentagon...
Number 1 at 11, NBC 79. NBC 7. 39. News Today. Coverage you can count on.
Could this be the night, Tony Gwynn?
It's 7 starts right now.
Live from San Diego's #1 source for news, right here, right now. You're watching News 8 this morning.
Good morning, it's Friday, the 6th of August. I'm Pat.
Estás viendo el canal de las noticias, CN, Canal 44, Cable 98 en El Paso y Cable 10 en Ciudad Juárez, XHIJ. Canal 44, el canal de las noticias, presenta. Pido la palabra. Un programa donde buscamos ponernos de acuerdo.
No lo cree.
Georgia's legislature.
From WOI TV5, honored by Iowa's broadcasters for the state's best election coverage. This is a News 5 special edition, the Iowa Straw Poll.
This is the moment Canal
44, el canal de las noticias, presenta.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Muy buenas tardes, bienvenidos a Contacto. Hoy es lunes 16 de agosto de 1999 y les saludamos ya.
Son las noticias.
Un reporte sobre los empleos que el NAFTA o el Tratado de Libre Comercio ha traído a El Paso.
Un reporte. Un corte y regresamos con más noticias.
Quédense en contacto. Continuamos con más información. El ciclo escolar para estudiantes de preparatoria y... Continuamos con más información. Derechohabientes acusan...
Hello, I'm Bob Palmer with News Center 4 Update.
Details on these stories and more coming up on the Fairbanks Evening News Weekend Report. wolf control. That's the topic of discussion at the Alaska Board of Game meeting, which started in February.
The attack left hundreds dead. The families want answers.
Time now for the best news in the Borderplex. CBS 4 News at 10 with Raymond Mesa and Suzanne Michaels.
Coverage you can trust. Good evening. I'm Raymond Mesa.
And I'm Suzanne Michaels. Thank you for...
Time now for the best news in the Borderplex. CBS 4 News at 6 with Raymond Mesa and Suzanne Michaels.
Coverage you can trust. Good evening. I'm Suzanne Michaels.
And I'm Raymond Mesa. Thank you for joining us. More on that.
Till 0 more watching Dominic Saxa, Cambrell Marshall, and meteorologist Frank Billingsley's AccuWeather on News 2 Houston, first at 4, where local news comes first.
The setup for the Thanksgiving Super Feast had some serious supervision today.
You're watching ABC 13, Houston's news leader. Live with Art Rascone, Melanie Lawson, Marvin Zindler, and Ed Brandon. This is 13 Eyewitness News live at 5, Houston's news leader.
Now, 11 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Ferranda.
And I'm Greg Hirsch. Sylvan Rodriguez is on medical leave. Houston police are now on a foot...
This is Fox 26 News at 9.
A surprise for people flying out of Houston's big airport tonight. Shorter than expected lines give travelers an extra reason to be thankful.
You're watching Fox 26 News at 9 with Mike Barajas, Anna Devlantis, Sports Director Mark Berman, and meteorologist Robert Smith. This is Houston's primetime news.
A deadly shooting on a freeway near San Antonio.
All that and more straight ahead.
News 2 Houston Nightbeat continues for Brookshire, Livingston, and Webster.
News 2 Houston is everywhere.
You're watching First Coast News at 11 with Terry Casey. Weather with Jeff Donald and sports with Mike Lyons. All the news in 30 minutes. It's the end of the... You're watching 17 First Coast News at 11. Now, all the news in 30 minutes.
Genius. Jaguars players and fans take off for the cold north for a game.
WJXX 25, WPSG 21, Jacksonville.
Live from WAWS, this is Fox 30 News at 11 with Kyle Meenan, Paige Kelton, Bob Allen Weather, and Drew Spire Sports.
Our American Airlines...
to bring a big
Jacksonville, Brunswick.
You're watching UPN 47 News at 6:30 with Russell Motley, Paige Kelton, weather with Bob Allen, and Drew Spire on sports. Live from WTEV Jacksonville, this is UPN 47 News at 6:30.
Well, not one, but two water mains bursted.
All ahead.
As Fox 30 News starts right now.
Live from WAWS Jacksonville, this is Fox 30 News at 10. You're watching Fox 30 News at 10 with Paige Kelton, Jack Miller, Drew Spire on sports, and Bob Allen with weather. Live from WAWS Jacksonville, this is Fox 30 News at 10.
Some local activists are claiming...
It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Live. This is ABC 25 Nightcast.
A second workplace shooting in his...
Live from ABC 25. Bruce Hamilton, Karen Adams, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Brian Albrecht, and Sports Blitz with Barry LeBrock. You're watching ABC 25 Nightcast.
And a better day tomorrow.
Good night.
You're watching 12 News, your First Coast news leader. With Patricia Crosby and Steve Smith's weather, this is 12 News at noon.
This afternoon.
Live. This is ABC 25 News at 5.
First at 5, the big show is taking off, and on board is plenty.
Put on your seat.
Live from ABC 25. Keith Coons, Donna Savarese, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Brian Albrecht, and Sports Blitz with Barry LeBrock. You're watching ABC 25 News at 5. Live. This is ABC 25 News at 6.
You send your children to school to learn.
Live from ABC 25. Bruce Hamilton, Karen Adams, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Brian Albrecht, and Sports Blitz with Barry LeBrock. You're watching ABC 25 News at 6. Live. This is ABC 25 Tonight.
We send our children.
Live from ABC 25. Bruce Hamilton, Karen Adams, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Brian Albrecht, and Sports Blitz with Barry LeBrock. You're watching ABC 25 Tonight.
90 minutes of non-stop news starts right now. This is 12's First News at 5.
Under fire at the...
12 News, your First Coast news leader. With Jeannie Blaylock, Alan Genet, Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan, and 12 on your sides, Ken Amaro. This is 12's First News at 5.
Great to have you with us on this Thursday. Welcome back.
You're watching 12 News, your First Coast news leader, with Donna Hickett, Phil Amato, Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan, and Dan Hicken Sports. This is 12 News at 5:30.
The Miami Heat rented.
You're watching 12 News, your First Coast news leader. With Jeannie Blaylock, Alan Genet, 12 on your sides, Ken Amaro, Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan, and Dan Hicken Sports. This is 12 News at 6.
Now they're fixing a hole in Jacksonville Beach.
You're watching RNN, your regional news network. It's 6 a.m. Time for RNN Morning News Live. The first look at news, weather, traffic, and the latest on sports. This is RNN Morning News Live.
That was interesting. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Malala. It is.
You're watching WPXN TV 31 New York, a service of Paxson Communications Corporation.
You're watching NBC4, the Tri-State News Channel. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Michelle Marsh, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 6.
Good evening, Chuck's off. I'm John Johnson. America loses a cherished star.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? This is the 10 o'clock news, New York's #1 primetime news. Jimmy Stewart, a real-life war hero. On screen, the quiet hero next door. Decent, God-fearing, and courageous.
You've given me a wonderful life. God bless you.
No, thank you, Jimmy.
Good evening, I'm Rosanna Scotto. John's on vacation. Harry Americans, it may feel like the guy next door died.
You're watching CBS 2. Now, Dana Tyler, Stephen Clark, Ira Joe Fisher, and Warner Wolf. More news in less time, every time.
There they are!
You're watching NBC4, the Tri-State News Channel. And now, Jane Hansen, Maurice Dubois, and Joe Whitty. This is News Channel 4 Today in New York.
You are waking up to 71 degrees. It is now 6.
No tickets to the movie, but it's going to be a good day, New York, from Bobby Rivers.
Good morning once again. It's 72 degrees.
You're watching CBS 2. Now, Jerry Grant, Ira Joe Fisher, and Warner Wolf. More news in less time, every time.
Vinny the Chin goes to K2 now for News 2 at 6.
You're watching CBS 2. Now, Stephen Clark, Dana Tyler, Ira Joe Fisher, and Warner Wolf. More news in less time, every time.
Good evening. Our top story tonight.
And now, RNN Regional News Live. The Tri-State's most complete news, weather, sports, and interactive talk. Get it right. Get it now. This is RNN Regional News Live.
Good evening, I'm Janine Agnolette. Welcome to Regional News Live. Our top story tonight, our beaches, Connecticut water.
Good evening and welcome to 63 News at 8 p.m. Wednesday, July 1st. I'm Perry Swanson. Mailing a Mother's Day card next year will...
In New York, this is the Channel 11 News at 10 with Guidey Tong, Jack Cafferty, Sal Marciano Sports, and Mr. G Weather.
A controversial decision in a police shooting that left a teenage suspect dead.
Live. This is ABC 25 Today.
Hey, welcome to...
Live from ABC 25. Kim Chapman. First Alert Weather with Steve Gary. You're watching ABC 25 Today.
Good morning, everybody. It's 5:41 on...
Live. This is ABC 25 News at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Rob Harleston.
Live from ABC 25. Rob Harleston. First Alert Weather with Steve Gary. You're watching ABC 25 News at noon.
7 on News Channel 4. From WJXT News Channel 4, this is Eyewitness News Daybreak.
Good morning, everyone. I'm waiting on the temperature, but anyway.
John,
what's temperature? 49 degrees to begin this Friday morning. I'm Joyce Morgan.
I am Joe.
You're watching WJXT News Channel 4 with Joyce Morgan, Joe Conger, and meteorologist John Gong on Eyewitness News Daybreak.
Well, good morning, everyone. TGIF. It is a fair Friday.
From WJXT News Channel 4, this is Eyewitness News.
An elderly man who lived here disappears.
You're watching WJXT News Channel 4 with Rob Sweetie, Mary Bear, meteorologist Brian Goddard, and Sam Kovaris with sports on Eyewitness News.
Paramedics say they were just trying to do the right thing, but tonight they're in hot water for using...
Boulevard. Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
From WJXT News Channel 4, this is Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. There is new information about the potentially hazardous dump sites in some northwest Jacksonville neighborhoods.
For months, we've been telling you...
You're watching WJXT News Channel 4 with Tom Wills, Deborah Gianolis, Chief Meteorologist George Wenterling, and Sam Kovaris with sports on Eyewitness News.
Mandarin business owners and residents